On August 21st, 1986, Lake Nyos in Cameroon suddenly released a massive cloud of carbon dioxide gas that silently rolled down valleys, suffocating 1,546 people and 3,500 livestock as they slept in one of nature's strangest disasters. Before we continue, would you mind liking this video and subscribing to our channel? Now, let's discover the lake that killed an entire region overnight. Lake Nyos is a crater lake in Cameroon, West Africa, sitting atop a volcanic crater. Unknown to locals, the lake was a ticking time bomb. Carbon dioxide from volcanic activity deep underground had been dissolving into the lake water for centuries. By August 1986, the bottom layers of the lake were saturated with an estimated 90 million tons of dissolved CO2 under enormous pressure. Something triggered a sudden release, possibly a landslide, earthquake, or simply reaching saturation point. On the evening of August 21st, 1986, the lake suddenly burped, releasing a massive cloud of carbon dioxide gas in what scientists call a limnic eruption. An estimated 1.6 million tons of CO2 exploded from the lake. Here's how deadly it was. Carbon dioxide is heavier than air. The invisible gas cloud, estimated to be 50 meters thick, rolled down the valleys at speeds up to 100 kilometers per hour like a silent wave of death. The gas displaced all oxygen in the air. Anyone who breathed it simply suffocated. There was no smell, no warning, no visible sign, just invisible death rolling through villages in complete silence. Most victims were asleep. They simply never woke up. Entire families died in their beds. Some people further from the lake had minutes to escape. They described feeling weak, confused, and struggling to breathe before collapsing. By morning, 1,746 people were dead in 3 villages, Nyos and Siboum. Over 3,500 livestock also died. Survivors described an eerie scene, bodies everywhere, but no signs of violence or struggle. People and animals appeared to have simply fallen asleep and never woken. Here's the most haunting detail. The area was completely silent. No birds singing, no insects buzzing, no animals moving. Everything that breathed was dead. The gas had killed everything within a 25-kilometer radius. One survivor described waking up 36 hours later, surrounded by dead bodies, including her own family. She had survived only because she was at a slightly higher elevation where some oxygen remained. The lake itself changed color, from its normal blue to a deep reddish brown from iron-rich water brought up from the depths during the eruption. Dead fish and frogs covered the surface. Scientists arrived to investigate and discovered the cause. Lake Nyos sits on a pocket of magma. CO2 seeps from the magma into the lake bottom. Normally this dissolves harmlessly, but the lake had become oversaturated like a massive shaken soda bottle. The disaster revealed a terrifying threat. There are only 3 known exploding lakes in the world, and all are in Africa. Lake Nyos in nearby Lake Manaun in Cameroon, and Lake Kivu on the Rwanda-Congo border. To prevent future disasters, engineers installed degassing pipes in Lake Nyos, giant siphons that slowly release CO2 from deep water to the surface safely. The pipes work like champagne fountains, continuously venting gas. The system has successfully reduced CO2 levels, but scientists warn the lake still contains enormous amounts of dissolved gas.